Stop scrolling. Seriously. Have you ever wondered what truly separates the dreamers from the doers? What secret ingredient fuels the most successful entrepreneurs, allowing them to conquer impossible odds when others quit? It's not just grit. It's not just capital. And it's definitely not what you think. What if I told you the answer lies in an ancient psychological blueprint, specifically 2 powerful human needs that, when understood and leveraged, can unlock your entrepreneurial potential? We're diving deep into Maslow's hierarchy, not as a textbook concept, but as a real-world roadmap to building your empire. If you're ready to uncover the hidden drivers of entrepreneurial success, keep watching. This insight could be the game changer you've been waiting for. Before we dive in, if you're serious about taking your entrepreneurial journey to the next level, make sure to hit that like button right now, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our upcoming deep dives into strategies that truly work. Your support helps us bring you more valuable content. You'll recall Abraham Maslow's famous hierarchy of needs, a pyramid illustrating human motivation, from the most basic survival instincts to ultimate fulfillment. At the very bottom are physiological needs, things like air, food, water, and sleep. These are the absolute essentials for survival. Next up, safety needs, personal security, employment, resources, and health. We need to feel secure in our environment. Then comes love and belonging needs, friendship, intimacy, and a sense of connection. Humans are social creatures. Above that, we find esteem needs, self-esteem, confidence, achievement, and respect from others. This is about feeling good about ourselves and being recognized. And finally, at the very peak, the pinnacle of human potential is self-actualization, creativity, problem-solving, and becoming the best version of ourselves. Maslow proposed that we generally satisfy needs from bottom to top. But here's where entrepreneurship offers a fascinating twist. While all needs are important for a balanced life, to truly start and succeed as an entrepreneur, we need to understand the unique dynamic between 2 specific stages. The first crucial stage is the combined foundation of physiological and safety needs. These needs don't have to be perfectly fulfilled, but sufficiently managed. This provides your launch pad. And the second, arguably the most potent driving force, is self-actualization. This is the engine that propels you forward, even through immense challenges. Let's break down why these 2 are the entrepreneur's true north. Let's start with the base, physiological and safety needs. Now, you might be thinking, but entrepreneurs take risks. They often live lean. And you'd be absolutely right. But there's a critical distinction here. While entrepreneurs are famous for their willingness to sacrifice, foregoing luxuries, working insane hours, taking financial risks, this isn't about lacking these needs entirely. It's about managing them to a baseline level that allows for sustained cognitive function and psychological stability. Imagine trying to innovate, problem solve, and lead a team when you haven't eaten for days, or you're constantly worried about where you'll sleep tonight. Your brain simply can't operate at its peak. Maslow calls these deficiency needs. Their absence creates a strong, immediate drive to fulfill them, overshadowing everything else. For the entrepreneur, this means a baseline of physiological security, enough food to think clearly, a stable place to sleep, decent health. This doesn't mean gourmet meals and a mansion. It means avoiding extreme deprivation that would paralyze rational thought and long-term planning. Many successful entrepreneurs started with very little, but they found a way to meet their absolute minimum physiological needs, often through temporary jobs, shared living spaces, or family support. Calculated safety management. This is the willingness to take calculated risks with financial security, not to be utterly reckless. It often means having a small emergency fund, a supportive spouse, or a flexible part-time job to cover basics. It's about being able to absorb a setback without facing immediate destitution. Consider the legendary Colonel Sanders. Before Kentucky Fried Chicken became a global empire, Harlan Sanders faced incredible hardship. He had multiple failures, lived in poverty, and was even delivering his fried chicken recipe door to door from the back of his car, sleeping in it sometimes. But crucially, he was always finding some way to meet his basic needs, often just enough to survive and keep going. He wasn't starving to the point of being unable to think, he was lean but determined. His willingness to sacrifice came from a deeper drive, which we'll get to. But the foundation of just enough physiological and safety management meant he could persist. This idea resonates with basic Stoicism, which emphasizes differentiating between what we need and what we desire. For an entrepreneur, understanding and being content with basic needs being met frees up mental energy from constant anxiety to focus on the entrepreneurial vision. It's about building a robust psychological baseline. As the ancient Stoic Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Managing your basic needs allows you to react, rather than just survive. Now, for the truly magnetic force, self-actualization. This is the highest level of Maslow's pyramid, and for entrepreneurs, it's often the primary why. This isn't about money, fame, or external validation, although those might be welcome byproducts. Self-actualization is about purpose and meaning, a deep desire to solve a problem, create something new, or fulfill a personal calling. Creativity and innovation, the urge to bring novel ideas into existence. Personal growth, the relentless drive to learn, adapt, and become more capable through the entrepreneurial journey itself. Impact, a wish to contribute something meaningful to the world. This is a growth need in Maslow's terms. Unlike deficiency needs that get weaker when met, the desire for self-actualization grows stronger the more you engage with it. This explains the relentless drive of many successful entrepreneurs. They're never truly done because the journey of growth and creation is its own reward. Let's consider Abraham Maslow himself. Maslow wasn't an entrepreneur in the traditional sense, but his journey of developing this very hierarchy was an act of profound self-actualization. He saw gaps in existing psychological theories and felt a deep, intrinsic drive to understand human potential. He dedicated his life to this intellectual pursuit, overcoming academic skepticism and societal norms, because it aligned with his deepest purpose. His product was knowledge that profoundly impacts how we understand human motivation. Think about Steve Jobs. While he accumulated immense wealth, you'd be hard-pressed to argue that his primary motivation was merely financial gain. Jobs was famously driven by a near-obsessive desire to create insanely great products that would fundamentally change the world. His focus on design, user experience, and pushing technological boundaries was a pure expression of self-actualization, bringing his creative vision to life, solving problems for users, and impacting culture. He sacrificed much in his personal life and put himself and his company through immense pressure, all for that self-actualizing drive. Or Elon Musk. Whether you love him or not, his ventures in Tesla and SpaceX aren't just about making cars or rockets. They're about accelerating the world's transition to sustainable energy and making humanity a multiplanetary species, grand, audacious goals that speak directly to a profound desire for impact and problem-solving on a global scale. This is self-actualization manifesting in entrepreneurial form. This also ties into the concept of flow state, popularized by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. When entrepreneurs are deeply immersed in their work, passionately solving problems, and feeling challenged yet competent, they enter a state of flow, a state often associated with self-actualization, where the activity itself becomes intrinsically rewarding. If you want to learn more about how to achieve this powerful state of focus and productivity, check out my dedicated video on flow state. You'll find the link at the end of this video. Another concept is ikigai, from Japanese philosophy, your reason for being, the intersection of what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. For many entrepreneurs, their venture is their ikigai. So, how do these two essential needs work together for the entrepreneur? The physiological and safety needs, the base, are the launch pad and the resilience buffer. They provide just enough stability so that you're not constantly derailed by basic survival anxieties. They allow you to function. The self-actualization need, the peak, is the engine and the compass. It provides the deep, intrinsic motivation to start, persist, innovate, and overcome the monumental challenges. It gives meaning to the sacrifices and fuels the relentless pursuit of a vision. You need enough of the launch pad to get off the ground, but it's the powerful engine that takes you to the stars. Without the engine, the launch pad is just a flat piece of concrete. Without the launch pad, the engine can't even start. This understanding explains why some individuals with immense talent never fully launch their entrepreneurial dreams. They might be too caught up in the anxieties of the lower needs. And why others, despite seemingly overwhelming odds, achieve incredible things. Their self-actualizing drive is so powerful it enables them to navigate and manage those lower-level challenges. So, if you're an aspiring entrepreneur, ask yourself, have I established a sufficient baseline for my physiological and safety needs, even if it's minimal? How can I create a small buffer to reduce paralyzing anxiety? What is my deepest self-actualizing drive? What problem do I burn to solve? What vision do I have to bring to life? This is your true entrepreneurial North Star. Understand these two needs, harness their power, and you'll find a clear path through the entrepreneurial maze. It's not about being fearless, but about having a foundation strong enough to withstand the journey, and a purpose compelling enough to light your way. What's your self-actualizing entrepreneurial dream? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and remember, your potential is limitless when you understand what truly drives you. See you next time.